his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Butler finds Reed. Here's the three. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Podziemski out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Abaji in at the three. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Warriors. Well, Richard, you had an interesting view of the start of the Warriors dynasty.
Yeah, I was very, very blessed to be a part of that Steph, Clay, and Draymond's first playoff run back in 2013. Matter of fact, some of the Warrior fans are still mad at me for some missed free throws. But I was 90 years old. Let it go.
Holmgren can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Kuminga. Wagner kicks to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Trains it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Clarkson dishes to Hield. Tries from 10. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oklahoma City shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Gannett finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Clarkson. Holmgren outside. And the 3 off target. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Podziemski with it. Still yet to score. Here's Kuminga. Misses the 3. Thunder have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Now here's SGA. He's guarded closer. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Clarkson outside. Pass to Podziemski. They set the screen. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dort wide open. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. SGA's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Podziemski. Back to Clarkson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson, getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
Here's SGA. And it falls over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Wagner. Moses Moody comes in for Buddy Hield. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Clarkson.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Curry. A three-pointer is right on target.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
SGA passes to Wallace. Dort with a screen for Wallace. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Kuminga gets it to go.
That's Kuminga's game, using his frame to get that board and finish.
Wallace outside. For three, Holmgren. No good for the fifth time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Curry passes to Butler. That shot off. Nice defense from Dort. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Pass to Podziemski. Some nice passing by Golden State. And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
And over the years, Kuminga's shown a lot of improvement with his ability to catch and shoot.
For three, Holmgren drills the three-pointer. Holmgren's got 8.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Butler finds Podziemski. Here's Moody. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Down low. Here's Sorber. That one drops for him. Sorber's got his first points of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Podziemski. Hasn't made one yet. Butler. Pass to Kuminga. Here's Curry with the 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Thunder shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Outside, Kuminga. Warriors the rebound. Moody's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Now Curry. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Wallace.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Kuminga finds Moody. Misses and the dry spell continues.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dort passes to Wallace. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's the screen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On the wing, Wallace. Here's Sorber. He's defended by Pajemski. Sorber with the bucket. Sorber's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Butler on the way. Rebound goes to the Thunder. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Here's Dort again, Oklahoma City.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Pajemski. Back to Curry to end the drought. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
This is Pete Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
Holmgren outside. They set the pick. Fires the three. That shot is off. The Warriors shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Curry looking around. Back to Pajemski. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wallace kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for three. Drops in the tray. SGA's got 23 points.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
And here is Moody. And taken away by Wallace. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Sorber. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Sorber's got 6.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
SGA against Curry. Outside, Kuminga. And it's off from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander. That and it's he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
The dunk contest and the three-point contest are the only things missing from my resume. Now I regret not doing them.
I would actually pay to see you in a three-point shootout. That's great television right there.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Warriors.
You have certain players that live and die by the three. Right now, they are L-I-V-I-N, living. Can it continue this way? I don't know.
Yeah, normally you preach a balanced attack. Maybe these guys don't need it. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's SGA in at the point. Here's Reed. Yet another bucket.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Warriors with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Holmgren with it. Butler covering. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Green. And they're moving it up. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Reed. And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
Here's Reed. And good! There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Holmgren gets the bucket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And here's Reed. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. For 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Outside Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Butler. Now here's Holmgren from the arc.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
This one for 3. Another triple from Reed.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Beyond the arc. And again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
It's rebounded by Golden State. Curry's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jacks up a 3. Sticks another. 3 more from Reed.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Outside, Reed. And the Warriors, another 3.
What's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren outside. Buries it down low. Holmgren's got 19 points.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
And Greg on a team as stacked as OKC, You can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the timing on that putback? Holmgren is someone you have to keep a body on.
Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Wallace outside. Inside. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Wallace. And that's now 37 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Reed. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Outside, Reed. From past the arc. And another one.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Hartenstein with a screen on Reed. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the left rim and out.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I go back to him in that area on the floor.
Up top, Reed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And good! He hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Kicks it out to Holmgren. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Fires the three. And he hits again from deep. 3 more points from Reed.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Hartenstein finds SGA. They need this. Wallace misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Alex.
Thanks, guys. Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Guys, back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Mo Wagner's checked in for Draymond Green. Kuminga comes in for Butler. Clarkson, he's checked in for Moody. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. Reed. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. SGA from outside. They get the rebound. Lets it go with a three. Dort with a screen for SGA. There's Williams with the three, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. SGA's got his 8th assist here tonight. Outside, Reed. And the Warriors, another three.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Stolen by Reed. From deep. And the Warriors, another three.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Holmgren outside. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed with the defensive effort.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
From deep three-point territory. From beyond the arc and then some.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
SGA passes to Dort. Williams kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Dort. to halt the run, and it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dalton Connect comes in for Williams. And guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
2 minutes remaining.
6 on the shot clock. Reed the pass to Wagner. And another 3 for Golden State.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Outside, Reed takes the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Here's Reed. Good, another from 3.
And each and every game, every year, I'm blown away by his consistency from that range.
Well, you look at him now, he's tied for second most threes in NBA history. I mean, that's mind-boggling. And it's SGA missing. The Warriors shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. And again for 3.
It's amazing what his ability to stretch the floor has done for the offense.
He now has the second most threes in league history and will immediately start gunning for that #1 spot. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Reed, and the Warriors another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Gilgeous-Alexander fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Reed. And, yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Pajemski coming out there with Wagner. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Reed in at the point guard.
Oh, nice dish by Williams. An aspect of his game that's sometimes overlooked, but Jalen is really good at making the right read.
Here's Reed. Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Stolen by Reed. Another bucket. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Williams. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
Just having his way on that one. Williams is showcasing a well-rounded offensive game, piling up the points.
Reed misses. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Bounce pass Wallace. Williams for three. They grab their own miss.
Such a gutsy competitor. Dort crashing the boards and looking unafraid to get physical.
Here's Reed. Good on the triple.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Pass to Williams. Here's SGA. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Here's Reed. And another three for Golden State.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Dort passes to SGA. To the middle. Here's Sorber. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Sorber with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Reed. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Golden State.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
From the arc. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Dort kicks to Williams. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Connects from three-point range.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And again for three, the basket is good from Reed.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Reed gets the bucket.
He found his groove right away and hasn't let up. It's not surprising that he's leading the way on offense.
Williams for three. The Warriors pull it in. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Reed. And the Warriors, another three.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Oklahoma City's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Back to SGA. Pass to Williams. Takes it inside. Not happening there. 5 misses now and 13 shots from the floor. Outside, Reed. The 3 ball. And the Warriors, another 3.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly.
Williams kicks to Dort. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Fires from deep. And again, the 3-point shot from Reed.
And since the break, he's just been money from beyond. When he's this hot, the green light just doesn't seem to get any greener. A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Hands it from downtown.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team him, shoot at this point in time, triple team the dude.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
The tray. And another 3 for Golden State.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. Offensive rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Reed. And another 3 for Golden State.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed them early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And Reed has got the ball here for the Warriors. 3-pointer. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Lets the 3 fly. Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Reed. And again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And the call will be against Dean. That is his first foul of the game. And let's not forget, RJ, you were second in the Rookie of the Year voting. I haven't forgotten it. But when you go back to that time, what was the key in your adjustment process?
Well, one thing that really helped me out is I played 3 years of high-level college basketball. Most rookies don't get that experience, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to transition to the pro game.
Shot clock at 5. Williams for 3, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
The D can't afford to back off Williams too much there. When he's roaming the perimeter, he's more than capable of firing from deep.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for T.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Warriors foul. Lead. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The first free throw is good.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off and again for three.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane.
And yep, another basket.
And he's been out of this world tonight. Unreal offensively.
The points just keep adding up. Close to the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time